Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're looking at Ethereum, and today is interesting. We're bouncing pretty well. We're up 5.5% against Bitcoin, pretty much bringing us back to the valuations that we were 3 days ago on the 22nd. Um, and and that's pretty much it. I mean, we can look more closely as to why, because the broader altcoin market has been bouncing hard today. And probably we can gander that it's because Bitcoin is now bouncing back up. We were down pretty hard, and here we are. We're obviously past the 20-day moving average, and I think we have come down to the 100-day moving average. Yeah. So the 100-day moving average is now been that you can argue the temporary bottom. Uh, Jury is still out on if we will break down even further. But if Bitcoin does hold this area, I mean, it's above the 20-week moving average, it's still relatively bullish. Um, that would kind of explain why the altcoin market has been rebounding today. It shows confidence that Bitcoin, this is where Bitcoin's going to stop, or at least that's what speculators believe to be the case. Obviously, that is not definitively the case. Um, but this is basically this is just market sentiment thinking that this is the temporary bottom. And so with that said, altcoin market rebounds. In the specifics to Ethereum, now obviously Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency. um, it is less risky than other assets, except for Bitcoin, I would say. But with Ethereum, it is still subject to the moves and the ebbs and flows of Bitcoin. However, if Bitcoin is able to stop the bleeding here, and continue basically just what it was doing, prior to this dump of just kind of maintaining the status quo, Ethereum can rally from here. And there's a lot of factors that lead me to believe that is the case. On the weekly chart or even on the monthly, we see the breakout coming back, holding a support, and now the rebound, and we're continuing that rebound. Um, and although the difference of tops are getting smaller, I think that Ethereum still has a little ways to go. I think Ethereum can reach the 0.05 level. Uh, that is to say, if Bitcoin kind of calms down a bit. I mean, it's down 20%. It's not that bad of a dump, and we could potentially go even further. To keep everyone's perspective in check, we're about from where we are today. We are, you know, 12-ish% uh, a 12% dump away from hitting the 20-week moving average. And obviously that's going to change by next week, where the moving average will increase to about, it's at 4390 43,972. By next week it should be in the 44 45 range, more or less. So, the drop is even smaller. So uh, it really comes down to the next few weeks for Ethereum, in my opinion. It really seems that Bitcoin wants to make contact to the 20-week. If it does, it possibly could in the next 2 weeks. I mean, 12% drop over a span of 2 weeks is highly possible, right? It's a 6% week down, another 6% week down, and even in 3 weeks, the moving average will be closer to the price. So it's not even going to be a 12% dump. So with that said, uh, the possibility of us coming down to the 20-week is still possible. It's still looming, and that's something that we have to keep an eye on. Even though we see the altcoin market kind of rebounding from here, it kind of shows that confidence. But that could just be temporary. It could just be temporary. So I don't want to start saying like this is the turnaround point, this is the definitive turnaround point, because it isn't. We don't know for sure yet. Bitcoin kind of needs to chill out and kind of hold the 100-day moving average for this to continue. If it comes back down to the 20-week, we should continue to see like what we saw this past week of altcoins bleeding, Bitcoin bleeding, etc. And at that point, when it makes down to the 20-week and hold as support, then we could see another situation like today where we see altcoins rebounding. And so that would be the kind of, kind of outlook to say, if we do come down to the 20-week, then the main concern is to hold it, much like how we were talking about Bitcoin needing to hold the 100-day. And if it does and it rebounds, altcoins will rebound harder, and Ethereum would be in that case. Again, I think Ethereum does have more room to grow. If Bitcoin does give us a outcome that is not favorable for Ethereum, then we're just pushing down the expectation of the move down the line, like further down into the in time. So not now, but maybe Q3, or something like that. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. Ethereum's still holding strong. The last 4 weeks still look amazing against Bitcoin at least, and we'll see if that continues. But that's all for today, you guys. Hope you have a great Sunday. Take care. Bye bye.